Hello. Let's see. Let me make sure. How's the sound, guys? Can everybody hear? Are we good? Good to go today? Hello. Welcome. Hello. Give me thumbs up if you can hear hear the sound. Hello. Hey, Vikrant. Hey, Lucas. Hey, Didi. Shit, is this working? Oh yeah, it works. Okay, great. Cool. Welcome everybody. Thank you for joining in. Today I'm going to do a little overview of our Blender online class, which just wrapped up the last term, and I'm really excited to show some of the student work, which is pretty. I was kind of blown away this year. Every term kind of. But yeah, all right. So here we go. Let me get into first. A little bit boring is we have the syllabus. So let me move this over a little bit. Oops, what did I do? I broke Ariel's mech. I broke something. Alright, anyway, the syllabus. So this is in the link in the description, and it's basically, all the information about the class, but I know some people don't like to read, so I'm gonna just quickly breeze through it and talk about it. And if you guys have any questions, let me know in the chat. I'll try to keep an eye on it. And yeah. Whoa, why do I have two of these open? Oops. And there's my Cookie Monster. But yeah, this is an online class. It is, we're going to be using Blender 2.8. And basically, everything is live. We meet up weekly, and I'll do a little demo, do some homework review, and then send you guys off on your way to complete the weekly assignment. And each week, we kind of build on the last week and do a little bit, add in like another one or two tools and try to make it a little bit more interesting, a little bit more complicated, until by the end of it you can pretty much make anything you want. But in the beginning, we're starting off super duper slow, super basic, and that's kind of one of the common questions about the class is like, I saw that, I saw some of the work. What kind of 3D experience do I need to join this class? I'm kind of, intimidated by 3D stuff. It looks like you guys are kind of getting advanced. Do I need to have taken some other 3D classes before? And to that question, I say, no. This is a complete beginner class. It's an intro class. And to prove it, I'm going to show you guys some of the homework from week 1. Let's see. Here's week 1 from Dui. And we are literally making boxes and little polygon doges. Okay, so week 1 we are starting with nothing. Every single step, every single tool is explained one by one in detail. And we also get into a little bit of lighting in week 1 too. So right from the start, we're taking advantage of Eevee, which is Blender's new viewport, and it's kind of a game changer for 3D. And it's gotten me really excited about 3D, re-excited, and I think the students have been really excited too, because it's sort of fun to watch your creation in real time like this, right in front of your eyes as you're building it. Like, for example, the real power of this is that we are inside Blender. We can still model stuff. I could just be extruding things and modeling, and we still get this nice light. We get reflections, and it's just really pretty and satisfying to work this way. All right, let me chat here. Bu- 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 ADD, hey Ramon, do a class on file management. That would be a good class, actually. I do have a tip for you guys who have save a lot of versions of your files, and you have a million. Let's say you have like A, B, C, D, E, F, G version of your file. And I kind of touch on this in the class too, is Dropbox. Dropbox is such a good thing for artists because, like, let's say you're working on a file or something. Like, for example, I've been working on this cool little Porsche car lately. So this is my current project, and if I get in there and drop it in, it's cool because I can work on this thing a little bit. Let's say, here, I'll show you guys the viewport. Let's say I want to make some changes here, and then I change my mind in the future. So let's say I'm like, okay, I'm blah blah blah, I'm changing my color, and then I just save the file right over the old file. Save it, right? Let me just show you the video because I'm a little bit proud of it. just recently finished this. Or it's not really finished, you still need seats and stuff, but it's close enough. But then I think, you know what, I think this color is kind of ugly. So let me go back to my Dropbox. So this is a Dropbox folder here, and this is my file. If I right click on it and say version history, now when I go to oh, what the hell? Come on, Dropbox. This is your chance to shine. Uh-oh. Well, let me see. Version history. Does this one work? Oh yeah, here we go. So here's one of the other file. And you see how it has version history like all throughout time. Every single time I save this file, it creates a new version on Dropbox. So even though I only have this one file called Porsche 917 Frozen B, it's actually like more like 1,000 different versions of that one file. So this is really great to kind of keep things manageable inside your folders, so you don't have a million versions. And it's I don't know, I definitely like that. If you're working on two computers, you have it there on your Dropbox, so you don't have to transfer files or anything. So that's a really cool way to work, I think. Well, hopefully this thing eventually will let me revert, because I would like to be able to get back to my old color. Anyway, let's continue here. Yeah, so let me look at week 1. So yeah, the class, also we have a class Dropbox where we run everything, and each weekly assignment is represented here. Like here's the Tokyo, where is it? The Japan Night Alley is in here. We have a bunch of reference images that you guys can look through and just help you to get started. Most people will kind of find their own references and sort of build on that. And then there's also some blend files in each weekly project that kind of show you, whatever we did in class will be saved here, so you can kind of see the demo. And yeah, just use that stuff for reference. And then what people do is they take that and sort of run with it. So it's a very short and simple demo, but some people will just go nuts on it. And I mean, depends on how much time you spend, really. But we're all using the same tools here, very basic boxes. But I mean, if you spend a lot of time on it, you can get more detailed and make nice lighting, make nice compositions, and sort of make an illustration out of it. And that's another big thing about this class, is we we spend a lot of time and emphasis on the illustration and 2D aspect of it also, because we're even from week one we're setting up cameras and we're starting to set up lighting and think about that, because a lot of times you can take a crappy 3D model, and if you light it well and present it well, then it makes it a million times better. So we're definitely focusing on presentation in this class, not just modeling and not just creating shaders and stuff like that. Do I need a specific graphics card to use Eevee? You need a gaming card. So if your computer can play video games, then you can do Eevee. I'm talking like a GTX 1060, probably minimum. I'm using a GTX 1070 here, so that's going to be pretty nice, or anything better than that is great. Let's see. What are you guys talking about? Google. Oh yeah, Google does save versions, but it like Didi says, it's only 30 days, so it's not as good as Dropbox, I think. All right, let's look at Ariel. Ariel consistently did a ton of work. Like, most students in the class will spend about 8 to 12 hours a week on homework, but Ariel would do, above and beyond that by a lot sometimes. So this is some of Ariel's work. This is her week one. Again, we're still, very basic, low poly, just primitives, moving primitives around, scaling, rotating. A little bit of grease pencil, but in general, all very basic stuff. Just a lot of it. And Ariel is also a 2D artist, so she's pretty good with painting and composition and lighting and stuff. So she's got the lighting thing down, as you can see. Really nice, moody kind of work here. And oh my god, come on. Her scene is kind of exploding my computer, but you get the idea. It's pretty awesome. Let's see. Here's Ellen. So, and it's cool. You get to see people's progress over time too. Well, shoot. And there's lots of different, people are coming in at different levels. A lot are students that are getting into concept art and that want to get into video game art or movies or TV or animation. And some people are, oh my god, let me open this file, please. Some people are professionals working in the industry. Some people are just total beginners. There was one guy in a previous term that was in IT, and he was like he was really good with this stuff. I guess it's because he works with computers a lot, but he got everything right away. It would be really nice if it would let me just open a file. Okay. Yeah, here's another example. So yeah, you get the idea. Week one. Pretty fun. Let's look at week two. Oops. Week two. Actually, you know what? While we're at it, while you guys are here, let's look at the student reel, because this is probably the most exciting way to view it. I got some music in there and everything, so it should be kind of cool. Let's see. I'm really, really excited about the work this term. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it. So this is term A. We had two sections this term. Check the questions in the meantime. Daniel, you can check your graphics card. Do you have a Windows or a Mac? I guess it depends. On Windows, you can just right click on your desktop and then go into display properties, or right click my computer. I think it also has it. Ba, 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 ba. Can I use RTX card with 2.8? Yes, they're supporting RTX. Hopefully, in the future, with RTX, we'll have be able to take advantage of that denoising. That the RTX cards have another section just for denoising and ray tracing and all that. That's probably coming soon, hopefully. Hello, top channel. Hello, Leela. Yes, gotta have your tea. So yeah, a lot of these guys, I mean, I would say most everybody's coming in with zero 3D experience. So it's really cool to see the progression week by week, and just by the end of it, they're like beasts, 3D monsters. So this is term B. Also kicked ass. Hunt kind of did this stuff on his own. He's using Mixamo for the animation. Can you guys hear the music too? I hope. All right, thanks. Um, I haven't looked into Mixamo yet, but a few people were getting into it last term, so I'm probably gonna add some Mixamo action to this term. Will there be July term? Where are we on? I'm planning on it, yeah. Hopefully. There's Sunny, Daniel. We're learning how to do like procedural snow and rust and dirt and stuff like that. This is a pretty fun assignment. Um, oh yeah, Nigel. Yeah, feel free to post work. That's what the group is for. So go for it. Yeah, Lloyd. There's more than 12. It's 19 seats per term. Thunderbird says, do you get many students in different time zones? Yeah, last term we had somebody from Japan. Sometimes there's some Australians. There was somebody from France. There's Singapore, China. It's been all over the place. Um, some of the guys actually will wake up at like 4 in the morning to do it, which is a little bit nuts, but yeah. Term B starts at 3:30. Oh man, yeah, that's rough. What about when would term A be for you at 12 p.m. Pacific time? Or where are you, Lloyd? Yeah, Sergio, the class is Skype. And yeah, we use Heavy Poly Blender here, which is kind of a setup that's sort of designed for speed and learning. It makes things kind of simplified in a lot of ways versus default Blender. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. people take these assignments and go way off the deep end, just go crazy with it. It's really, looking at homework is so much fun every week. And everybody's so different, so it's really cool. Oh, cool. Thanks, Sergio. Yes, this is all student work from the past 2 terms. They've been really kicking ass. Stunt. A few people have been asking about the recordings, but I think I'm gonna have to record specific videos for that because these videos, they have the students. I don't know if they, privacy wise, they want their videos out on the internet, so I might just record a special version just for if people don't want to take the class. How many weeks? It is 7 weeks. So yeah, 7 weeks. You can check the syllabus. It shows all of the information on the so this syllabus is in the description in this video, guys, and this is so far the roster. This is our syllabus, week 1 through 7. So each week we focus on a new little set of tools, and here's some examples of the work that we do. Yes. How long is a term? Yeah, 7 weeks. What else did I want to show? Let's look at yeah, so this is some of the work from November, I think. And the class is always evolving a little bit. I'm still trying to tweak things here and there, so it might change over time. But yeah, this is the general kind of work that we do. This is Mike Manilak. He was another kind of superstar guy who is just putting in so much work to each assignment, and it's amazing because this is every week. This is a weekly thing, and he would just churn out these crazy scenes like this one. And just Hendrik was another really great student from the Netherlands, home of Blender. These weird umbrella people. Jung, really good guy. Yeah, so a lot of these people too will come from a 2D background as well. So yeah, that can help too. If you know how to draw, that sort of helps with your proportions and design and stuff. But not everybody in the class draws, and that works too. All right, Lloyd is in London, so 12 p.m. would be 8 p.m. So yeah, I mean, would that work for you? 8 p.m. There's a space in term A for sure. Let's see, January term A. What do we have in here? So yeah, feel free to ask any questions here on the class. That's what I'm here for today. Oh yeah, we also did Jay and Silent Bob tribute. This is Ian Ameling. And a lot of these guys I've known for a while too, like through Facebook and just art and stuff in general. And a lot of them have, I mean, 3D can be really frustrating and intimidating, especially for artists, because it's not you might not have that technical, you don't want to get into all that technical stuff as an artist sometimes. So the way I do the class is I try to give you a couple little tools and then let you just go on your own and explore. So it's not like really, move this thing here and then extrude this thing there, and then now we're going to make a pillar. And it's more like, here's the tools, and then now you know how to build these type of shapes. Now you can make whatever you want of these type of shapes. So here's our assignment, which is mainly these type of shapes. So go crazy with it. And that's how we structure the class. It's a little bit of guidance and then exploration. Hey Sarah, yeah, you can, the next term registration is open. If you check the link in the description of the syllabus, that syllabus has the registration link in it. All right, if we have questions about Blender technical stuff during an assignment, is there somewhere we can get help from you or other students? Yeah, actually, let me show you guys how the Skype group works. So each term we have a class Skype group, which is totally enclosed, and you have basically all of your assignments in here, and everybody kind of just hangs out, talks, posts their work, and posts their Blender files. And then we have the video calls in here as well. And then after each week, I'll post the video too of the recording of the weekly video. And it's just really cool because people will post homework during the week, and then it's like, whoa, cool, how'd you do that? And can you explain what this technique is and whatever? And then the students will actually end up teaching and helping each other a lot too. So it's sort of becomes this 3D self-help group, I guess. I don't know, but it's really fun. Yeah, so and these groups stay open, throughout. So I mean, for example, this is the class from November, and we're still talking. Like we're talking today, and people will pop in and sometimes there's jobs that someone will have, and they want to try to get their classmates to join in or whatever, and it's just a little mini network for 3D. All right. Do we have a Discord group? Yes, we have a Discord group. It's also in the syllabus, so let me see. Inside the syllabus, if you go down here, we have a Discord and a Facebook. So whatever floats your boat. And yeah, people will post questions and stuff on the Discord too. Uji says, I am a car designer, so I'm more into sub-D modeling. How much of it will be covered in class? Well, there's two projects that cover sub-D. There's the tractor, which kind of runs into, let me show you some examples of the tractor. Like this kind of thing. So there's a tiny bit of sub-D for the fender and for, some of these more organic shapes. Let me see, week 2, search. Week 2. I also teach you guys how to name files, hopefully. Doesn't always work, but that's the idea. So yeah, we do a little bit of sub-D for the tractor hood and the fenders and the seats and stuff like that. Also for tires. Here's a little bit more sub-D from Ariel. And then also we have, this is from Hal, his own design here. Mark Taihei and Philip. So yeah, that's our first introduction to sub-D, pretty simple. And then the last project is a car. So this is at the end because sub-D, in my opinion, is a little bit more complicated than it's one of the tougher things to master in 3D. So we save that towards the end, and then people will. Well, actually, this is. Oops. Actually, this is. Wait, let me see. Oh, you know what? Do. Let me see. January. Where is it? Where are you? Oh yeah, C-type. So we do a Jaguar C-type as well. This is Darren Quatch, really amazing designer. Took the class earlier on, and this is his Jaguar. Oh, what happened to the headlights? Oh no. Anyway, yeah, this is all sub D here. Still pretty simple sub D, but it's a good start. Oops. Sub D is something that takes a long time to master, so we get sort of into the beginnings of sub D here in the class. Here's Jeremy's tractor with the text and everything. Oh yeah, this is Jeremy's corridor is so cool. Hey Hal. Good morning. Or good afternoon, I guess now. This is Jeremy's sci-fi corridor assignment, which he totally took it in a total different direction. Really cool. I think he was his idea was that this would be like a moon colony, and then when colonists die, they don't just bury them; they actually sort of like harvest their juices to grow plants in this weird space greenhouse. So pretty cool project. I love how this this glass looks with the ferns and subsurface and on this and everything. It's just awesome. Jeremy also did a really cool C-type. I'm trying to find it. Where are you? What is this one? Hey Ariel, we just looked at your work, or everybody's work actually, on this. I'm actually gonna play that again because I feel like maybe somebody jumped in who didn't see it. But yeah, this is Jeremy's Porsche, or sorry, Max's Porsche. This is the IT guy, Max. So no art background, no 3D background, and he just totally kicked ass in this term. This is oh my god, he did this little modeling diorama. I have a feeling that this guy Max, he must like to do models, like little plastic kits or something, because he has that sensibility, you know, like all the little grass and stuff, pebbles, and this is such a modeling nerd type of thing to do. So good. We got the heat pipes on there. Yeah, this guy, Max. Alright, well, I'm going to show the video one more time, because I'm really proud of the work everybody did. And if my computer can run Overwatch, can it run Eevee? Yes, it can. Well, what card do you have? I would say GTX 1060 or equivalent is a good minimum. 1050 minimum, maybe. Yeah. Typically, people on Macs with ATI cards tend to struggle because they're not that great for 3D. Hey, Ellen. Lingzi. All right, Lloyd. Sounds good. Let's see. If I'm wanting to learn to create scenes for interior design. Do you go over city landscapes and how to photo reference furniture? Well, we do go through. I mean, the week one is sort of a city, urban type of scene. So here we'll probably run into a few of them here in the video in a second. But yeah, week one is a Japan night alley. So we get into like a little bit of architectural stuff like this, like what we're seeing here. Just try to make it fun. We do some sculpting too. This is the kaiju assignment. This is the corridor, sci-fi corridor from How. Pretty kick-ass. Juan. We do a little bit of particles for the fish. And we do pretty much every project comes with reference, photo reference. So we do model from reference. We're not using orthographics or anything like that, but we're just modeling by eye from photos. Here's Hunt's week one. Oh, this is his kaiju. So this is week 5. So we take the assignment from week one, this night alleyway, and we put a giant sculpted monster into it for week 5. So we can kind of like, and then you see some people will recycle bits and pieces from the different scenes and bring them into the next week's assignment, which is kind of cool. You see like a crate, hey, that crate is from week 1 or whatever. The sci-fi corridor is kind of focused on building modular stuff using collections, which is a new 2.8 feature. A 980 would be pretty good. 980 will just be really fast actually. 1060 is good. Yeah, the naming of NVIDIA cards is a little confusing because you would think that like a 1060 is faster than a 980, right? But no, it's not. It's actually, the 10 is the generation and 60 is the speed, I guess. So in that case, 9 is for 980, 9 is the generation, 80 is the speed. So 80s are usually faster. Hey Anthony, good afternoon, good lunch to you. Yeah, I'm just showing some of the student work from last term. 1080 would be really fast. Yeah. 1050 Ti I think will be fine. That's pretty much 1060, I guess. Where you get into trouble is with the Macs. A Mac laptop will usually struggle. So if you have a Mac laptop, you might end up switching to Windows if you take this class. There's actually been quite a few people who started off with Mac and then just jumped over to PC after in the middle of the term when they realize how slow it is. Okay, Intel HD graphics is going to be painful. That's going to be slow. So yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah, Anthony, the next class starts, or the registration's open, and it starts April 30th. I don't know if that's too early for you, but yeah, there's going to be 2 sections. One is April 30th, and the other's starting May 2nd. Thanks, Nadim. Max says, can you teach how to create your own setup rather than having to use your setup hotkeys, blah, 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 so on. That's a whole nother subject, and no, I would say no, because there's a lot of much better people on YouTube that show you how to do it. I mean, that's how I learned. You can search this guy named JNM on YouTube, and he shows you how to do scripting and stuff like that. Max. Upgrading to 2080. Jeez. Nice. 11. The 2080 has 11 gigabytes. Really? That's crazy. Hey Torben. It's been a while. Let's see. Having the card in an external enclosure might work, but they cost about 200, 300. Yeah, and even when you have it in an external enclosure, it's not as fast. It's going to be a little bit handicapped, I guess. Let's see, close that up. GTX 670 runs pretty good. Thinking about that 2070. Yeah. I mean, I don't think there's like that huge of a difference between generations, like a 970 and a 1070 and a 20, or between a 1070 and a 2070 isn't that huge of a jump, I think. Like, I think it's more like 1070 and 1080 is a big jump. I don't know what I'm talking about, actually. I gotta do some research. I think I don't know what I'm talking about. Well, anyway, I have a 1070 and it works really good. You can link VRAM, doubling the VRAM. That's cool. 2080 Ti has 11 gigabytes. That's insane. I don't know what you can do. What is the app you use to update Blender? Oh, it's called Blender Updater by Overmind Studios. Overmind Studios Blender Updater. It's really great. It keeps all your scripts and add-ons intact, so you can just click update and you just go version check and then you update it and then it's done. You don't have to like copy files over or anything like that. All right. So, okay. I think aside from that, I mean, what else do I have? Well, let me show you the Gundam too. This is a cool little project. I've also been thinking about doing an advanced class, although I haven't really planned it out yet. But I think this would be a cool project for that class if we ever do it. Just as a refresher. But I mean, it's really cool that you can do lighting like this. It's got this nice bounce lighting and indirect lighting feeling to it. It's all real time, and then when you turn off the background, all you gotta do is rebake the lighting, and you see how it like kind of fills in those dark areas with this nice bounce light. It's really beautiful and quick, and you get soft shadows too, which means like when we're close to the ground, we have pretty sharp edges, right, on the shadows. But then when the shapes are far away, they get really soft. So this is just beautiful and very accurate, very fast as well. Kind of like ray trace shadows in our viewport. So that's great. And before we go, I will show the Porsche one more time because I'm just happy with it. Oh, I'm going to check that version history thing and see if it works now. Oh my god, what the hell? Anyway, stick this in here. We also do a lot of camera stuff in the class, so I mean all those animations that you just saw are done by the students. They set up the cameras, they do the renders, they set up like camera switches, depth of field, animate the camera moves and everything. So it's full. You can make a whole short in Eevee, which is pretty great. And this is probably too late. I think I wrote this down in my notes, but I was supposed to brag a little bit about my professional achievements before we started getting into all this homework, but I kind of forgot that because I was too excited about the homework. But anyway, about myself, I'm a artist. I work in animation and video games and film and stuff like that. The last project I worked on was The Witness for Netflix's short anthology Love, Death, and Robots. So I worked on The Witness, and I also worked on Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. So, and what else did I work on? Lego Movie 2, Lego Ninjago Movie, Tron Uprising, Sunset Overdrive, among other wonderful projects. Yep, I think that's it. Let's see. Sorry about. Hey, yeah. Oh, thanks, Anthony. Yay, Spider-Man. Yeah, that was a fun project. A little bit of Blender in there as well. I wish I could show some more, but Stunt says, my English is not that good, but I understand what people say, and my spelling is really bad. Can I just type in class? Yeah, you can type. Some people have done that. Yeah, there's a few international students like from all over that sometimes they can't make it for the class too, and they'll post homework during the week, and then we do reviews afterwards. Typing is totally fine too. But yeah, I guess I should show some Spider-Man stuff while we're here. I'm just gonna keep going and showing off, okay, guys? Art stations, whatever's. So yeah, some of this work on Spider-Verse was actually done in Blender, so I can show some of that here. Here's some paintings, some drawing. This was rendered in Blender, the Super Collider. This set actually didn't get used in the movie, but it did spend a lot of time working on it, so whatever. That happens. So yeah, I started learning Blender just for rendering in cycles because it was really fast to render. So good times. And then these were some of the designs for Penny Parker's SPDR mech, which did not make it in, but it's okay. I had fun doing it. And Peter Parker's lab, photo lab. Oh, nice. Short day. It's awesome. Cool. Alright. That's cool. Everybody at work gets to go on a field trip to watch the movies. It's awesome. Am I at any studio right now? Nope. I am focusing just completely on this Blender class right now. This is a bike. Oops. Kind of try to work with the 2D and 3D effect here. So I'm taking drawings and projecting them over 3D models and trying to get a hybrid look here. Hey, Sonny. Oop. Oops. Do. Hey, Anthony. Yeah, that would be cool. We should, I guess, talk about stuff eventually. I've been trying to do some classes too at I was teaching Blender at DreamWorks TV last year, and that was pretty fun. So I'm gonna try to do some more of that stuff in the future. So this is some cars. We were trying to get these black lines popping up everywhere and disappearing and doing cool like calligraphy effects, and then using a lattice to deform them. And yeah, so a big mixture of 2D and 3D. A lot of these materials are just flat colors, so there's no shading information on them, which kind of gives it that graphic look that we were going for. Oh yeah, these buses are everywhere. Red X and